What's up guys? Welcome back to Sip and Dip with Chelsea. For today's video, I am going to be teaching you how to do a super easy tortoiseshell nail design with only dip powder. Dipwell recently launched a amber shade jelly dip powder that was perfect for this nail design, so I had to give it a try myself and I am so excited. I've never done this before, but it turned out so beautiful and I cannot wait for you guys to try it too. So here is that beautiful jelly amber shade that I was telling you about. It is JL08 and it truly makes that tortoiseshell look pop. So I'll be using all Dipwell products today. I've got my step 2, which is their base. I'm going to rest my finger on the jar, pointing my nail slightly downward, and then just do a full coat of the base on my nail and dip into the jelly shade. Once it's dry, I'm going to dust off with a stiff scrub brush. So these are the other 2 shades I'll be using for this design, and it's also the shades I have on my other nails. It is CL64, which is a black, and CL50, which is a beautiful brown. I'll be using 2 small Wet n Wild eyeshadow brushes. I will have them linked down below. They're like $1 on Amazon. You can also find them at Walmart, at the Dollar Tree, but I like to have one for each color because they are darker shade dip powders. So my plan is to use the base liquid and just paint small sporadic blobs across my nail while still leaving a negative space area, which is that amber shade, still on my nail. So I don't want to completely cover the nail, but just make small, irregular, abstract looking blobs all around. So with my step 2 base liquid, I'm going to start painting this over where I want the brown to go. So that's going to be the first color that we're tapping onto the nail. Remember, you don't want it to completely cover the nail because you do want some of that amber shade in your negative space areas. But you really want to make sure you're using a slow drying liquid for this because you do need to move a little bit quickly before that liquid dries. But luckily, Dipwell's liquids are on the slower drying side in my opinion, so it's perfect for this design. So with my brown brush, I'm just dipping it into the powder and we're going to tap it across the entire nail, just covering all of those spots that we made with our base liquid, and then tap off the excess. This next step is optional, but I found it to really give that blended look, so it wasn't such a stark contrast between the brown and the black. So I'm going to tap the black very gently over top of the brown. Do you see how I have some wet spots still on my nail? That is where the liquid is still a little bit wet, and I'm just going to gently tap a small amount of the black over top of those spots, and that is how I get a truly blended tortoiseshell nail, so it's not such a stark difference between that black and brown. Now it's time to start our black layer. So I'm just staying a little bit within that brown spot that we've already made. And then I also like to go a little bit outside of it in some spots if I see it's a bigger negative space area. This is totally personal preference on the way that you like a tortoiseshell nail to look, but I do want it to look like it's slowly sort of fading out to the brown. So it's important that I don't cover it completely up. Now we're going to dip our black brush into the black powder and then follow the same steps, just gently tapping it across the nail, making sure we cover up all of those spots that we just painted, and then tap off the excess black powder. Make sure to let that dry before dusting it off. We're going to grab our jelly shade and then we're going to do a full layer across the entire nail. This is going to even out the surface, and it's also going to blend those stark lines between that brown and the black and that first amber layer. So dip into JL08, tap off the excess, and I do see it's very wet still, so I'm going to dip one more time and we're going to let this dry before we dust off. Now that it's dry, I'm just going to scrub off all of that excess powder, and then we're going to do a full layer of clear to protect everything that we just did before filing and shaping. So with their base and finish, this is known as their clear dip powder, we're going to do a full layer of our base liquid one more time and then dip into the clear. I'm just really taking my time to make sure I get the base between all of those spots that we made so that I have a smooth, even surface of clear dip powder. Once it's dry, we can dust off, and now it's time to activate. So with my step 3 activator, I'm going to apply a very generous layer of this across the entire nail. I will let this dry for a few minutes, and I'm going to file, shape, and buff off camera. So now I am done. I am so in love with the way it looks. We're going to go apply one more layer of activator and let this dry again for a few minutes before we do top coat. Once it's dry, I like to grab a dry napkin. You can use a paper towel or a lint-free wipe, and then I just rub it across the nail to make sure I don't have any leftover activator residue. So now it's time for top coat, which is the step 4 sealer. So we're going to do a few quick swipes on the nail and then let this dry, and then we'll do our second layer. So my second layer, I like to be more detailed, and I make sure to really cap off my edges. Now I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll apply cuticle oil. So now with my cuticle oil, I'm just going to apply a small amount to the nail, rub it all in, and here is the finished look. I am so in love with how this turned out. I cannot believe that is just dip powder, no gel, and it was really easy to do, super fast. It was my first time doing this design, and I am smitten. I can't wait to hear what y'all think about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.